recording option is on.
Let me check. Yes, recording has been started now.
So you can see that I have opened the Eclipse and this is the workspace, but the workspace information you can get it from there. In the file section, we have a switch workspace option. If you click there and when you click on other, so it will show you the by default workspace first, and then you can switch the workspace if you have multiple workspaces. So you can see that in my D drive, I have this workspace. So workspace is mandatory. In the workspace, you can keep like multiple projects as well. So how to start, like how to design one project in Eclipse. Okay, and mainly like since I'm a bit more focused on the Cucumber side, so I will start a Cucumber project. So let me start with the things, but before starting the Cucumber things, you should have some kind of basic plugin in your computer setup. If you are using Eclipse, so some plugins is needed. So let me go to those section as well first before starting with the project. You can see here help menu is there, Eclipse market space is there. You click here and search for the Cucumber. Just type Cucumber. Cucumber, Cucumber, and then click on search. This is for plugin. So you can see here Cucumber Eclipse plugin. This is for Eclipse. So it's already installed. So I don't need to install again. And if you are having this option kind of thing, install button is enabled. So you can proceed with the installation. So that is one thing. Second thing is that you need test engine. Test engine. Because we are using Cucumber with test engine. You see here, test engine is also installed in my computer. So two things needed as a plugin. So plugin part is okay. Now I will do the basic project setup and I will make the Cucumber project ready. So how to create a Cucumber project? So first right click on the blank area, or you can see this button is there, file menu, new option is also there. From anywhere you can start the new one. So I'm just clicking here, right click here, going to new and going to other. In other, you will see here these options are coming. So you click here Maven. Okay. So once you type on the Maven, you will see this option, sir. So click on the third option, that is Maven project, and then click on next. And then click on the first checkbox, that is create a simple project, skip archetype. So skip archetype, I will tell you that if you are creating the MS Word document or Excel like document, so you will see some templates are there. So archetypes is something called template. I don't want to go with the template. I want to just create a simple project here. So I'm taking this option, create a simple project. Then I'm clicking on next. Then this screen will be appear. So you first give the artifact ID, not group ID. First give the artifact ID. Say that this is Cucumber demo. Any same name is not there. I'm just confirming Cucumber demo, right? And today is something 9th Jan. Same name you can copy here. Then you can give on the group ID. Group ID basically the package name. If you are familiar with Java, so by default you can keep it in the small or you can keep it the same. It doesn't matter because it is something related to build one. So as of now, you can just ignore that part, group ID. The main thing is that artifact ID. If you have given this one, so should be okay. And then after that, you can copy and paste everywhere. So name also same thing, description also same thing. This part you can ignore, parent project, because Maven is something related to multi-module project. So those parts as of now you can ignore here. So this information, so once you have given, then you can click on the finish button. So once you have clicked on the finish button, you can see some processing is going on at the bottom. So it is just setting up the project in the workspace. So let the setup complete. It won't take much time because like it's just a project creation. So it is created here. You see here. Let me expand this part, and you can see that Maven project structure is there. SRC main Java, SRC main resources, SRC test Java, SRC test resources. So these are the basic 4 folder structure you will be getting. And what you have to do, since you want to proceed with the test case writing, so those things you can keep here. So manual test case writing is kept under resources folder. Automation test case writing we are keeping at the test Java folder, and other files, if you have something project related, test data related, so you can keep it in these folders. So normally Java classes we keep in the Java folder, and other files like properties files, logs files are there, so you can keep in resources folder. So those things based on the need basis you can proceed here. So first I'm going to do the setup kind of things, right? So we have the pom.xml file. So just open this, double click here. So once you will double click, you will see this structure. So just click on the last tab, that is pom.xml, and you will see the structure of that pom.xml like this. So first is project, and under project you will see the main thing is group ID, artifact ID, and version. So these things you will get the information which we have given at the time of creation, and the name and description also we have given. So these things information is coming. So here what we have to do, since we are going to do the setup kind of things, so we have to add the libraries. Plugins things we have already added. Now we are going to add the library. So a library is what, like they are ready-made jars, like the classes and method, all such things are created in a zip file, and they are posted somewhere on the internet, and we are asked to download from the internet. Say that I am the person creating those things, I will be deploying it to the common location, and everywhere, like anyone who wants to use my library, so they can download it from the particular site. Okay, so I'm proceeding with the basic setup. Say that I want to add Selenium here. So how to add here? I'll go there on the internet. I will search for Maven Selenium dependency. So you see here, we will get this repository, ambient repository. You click here, and then you check for the latest version or stable version. So stable version, latest version, like based on the number of uses, you can track that which one is the most stable one. So I am just proceeding with the 4.1.1. If I click here, you will see this structure is coming. You just click here. So you will see copy it to the clipboard, means you don't need to copy, and it's for like Maven Java. So Maven things, so this basically Maven Java we are using. So it's for that XML structure. If you are using Gradle, you can use Gradle. If you are using like other things, so builder is this, or the grape is this. So based on like the build version you are using, so I'm using Maven, so I'm using for Maven this one. Okay, so for your information, Maven is a project management tool, build management tool, dependency management tool. So here first I am using it for project management and dependency management. Build management later we will see here. So I'm using here, I copied it, then I'm coming back, and before copying and pasting you have to do one thing. So this is one dependency. So dependency is the parent tag is dependencies. So under dependencies you will keep all the dependencies one. So let me start with that one, DE. You see here, just you will type DE, then you will get the dependencies. So once you added this tag, so this is starting and this is closing. Inside that you can keep on pasting the things you will copy from here. I pasted it here. So now once I added it and save it, you see here this library is appeared, and this is containing all the Selenium libraries. So one thing we have already added. I'll just keep on showing you. Second thing is I need test-ng. So I will go there. Since this site is already open, so I don't need to again Google it from the internet. I will just type here test-ng. So this is test-ng. You check for like the package name and all such things. And the latest version is 7.5. I click here and then I click here. So it's copied on the clipboard. Then I'll come back. So Selenium is okay. Test-ng is also added here. Then I click on save. So you see here the processing is done, and inside that Maven you will see now test-ng is added here. See here test-ng.jar. And for your information, if you are adding any library, so in the users folder under .m2, all the libraries are being downloaded. So C drive users. So this is training user, and under .m2 there is a repository folder, and based on the Maven form.xml structure, the structure will be created there. Consider that org.testng 7.5. So I'm going there .m2 repository, then I will look for org, then testng. You see here testng is there, and then testng is there. So inside the testng again testng, org testng. So I am here org testng. You can check here, and then go to 7.5. 7.5 is this one, and under 7.5 you will see the executable jar here. So this is the main library of the testng, which will support all the testng things. Okay, so this will be added, and there is another pom.xml file comes with this library, which gives other information as well. Means for a particular library, if other libraries need to be downloaded, so those informations are kept under this one. So now this is Selenium and test-ng is ready, but I need to make it ready for the Cucumber things as well. So for Cucumber, I'm going there on the internet. CUCUMBA Cucumber Java. Search. See here, now it is coming Cucumber JVM Cucumber. So if io.cucumber and InfoQux is coming, so this is the older one. You don't need to use this because this was like last released in 2019, and this is the latest one. So you go with this one. So 7.2.2. I click here, then click here. Now it is copied. I come back. I added this here. Now save it. As I save it, you see here started downloading, and then this library will be added here. Cucumber things. You can check. Now the Cucumber things is coming here. Okay. One is Cucumber Java, and one is the list of libraries, right? So I will check my other things where I have done the setup. So pom.xml. One is Cucumber Java, one is Cucumber test-ng. So this is the library. You just go and find on the internet. Go and find on the internet, like Maven repository. So this is the Cucumber test-ng, right? You see here Cucumber test-ng is coming. You go there and then go for the latest one. Then copy it, then come here. You see here Cucumber Java, Cucumber test-ng. Next is Cucumber core. Either I can copy it from here because I have the configuration here, but I'm showing you how to download it from the internet. So I'm going there, Cucumber core. I'm going to the internet. This is the Ambient repository site. I'm clicking Cucumber core and clicking on search. So once I'm clicking on search, it will appear here, Cucumber core. And don't go with InfoCubes. This is the older one. Go with io.cucumber. So this is the latest version, 7.2.2. Copied it. Again, I come here, and this is my latest one, the project which I'm doing the setup right now. So Cucumber core is also there. Other things, it's not mandatory, it is optional, but it's good to have. That is called Cucumber Pico container. So I am copying it, searching it here. Cucumber Pico container is needed for like sharing the data across different classes. The version is, I have opted the wrong version. io.cucumber I need, right? 7.2.2. Then, yeah, setup is done. And one more setup is there, but that is as of now not mandatory. I'll show it later because that is the later part. You see here, I have added all the dependencies. So this is like comment one. You can remove these comments. The comment section I am removing. And now last formatting I have to do. So formatting part, Control A, right click, and formatting you can do from here, source format. So formatting is also done. You can see here. Now my project is set up ready. So I have the Cucumber libraries ready. I have the plugins ready. I have the TestNG ready. One more thing you have to do in the Eclipse, I have seen this issue. You have to add the TestNG library here. So right click, go to properties and go to Java build path, and then you go to add a library and then add TestNG library. Click on next, click on finish, and click on OK. So once you add the TestNG library, so this will come here. So although I have added it from the Maven as well, but yeah, it is asking to add again the separate library. In the Eclipse, this is the issue. Otherwise, this is not mandatory. So once you are done with this, so it means like project setup is ready. Now I will show you a sample of like Cucumber format file, like feature file, and then you will try to understand what is the format here and how to create the feature file. So basically, advantage of Cucumber feature file is very easy, plain English language, easy to understand, easy to write. Just you have to learn couple of syntax, and which is called like Cucumber keywords, and then you can start writing the feature file. So feature for writing, like you can go to the first resources folder because this is the manual test case. You keep all the manual test case in the under resources one. You create a folder. First, click on new folder. I'm saying test cases. Then I will create a file that is called feature file. So feature file is very important file in the Cucumber. And what we have to do, just right click here, new, go to the file and just give the file name. Gherkin or Cucumber demo. Feature file, and the extension matters. Just click on anything name you can give. Let me minimize the name because that is coming as a too long. Demo feature file, and the extension I am giving as a feature. Just click on finish. So you see here, once I've created some icon and all such things automatically assigned to you, and then some syntax it is showing here. So these are like, just focus on the upper area. So this is called the comment. So everything is commented up to here, up to line number 18. So keyword summary. So feature is a keyword. You have to write the feature file. So then it will recognize that it is a feature file. Like example, it is showing here list of scenarios. Then scenario is a test case here. Then given is something precondition you can write with the given keyword. When is the action part, you can put all the action part in the when section. And then is the verification part. Okay, any verification, any validation you are performing, so those things you can put in the verification part. Like take one example, that there is a site called Automation Practice, or like any Facebook site is there, and you want to perform the login, or you want to perform the login in any site you can take. So those things you can take one example, that this is the site, user wants to perform the login, and then validate that user is landed on the home page. Okay, so those kind of like scenarios you can try to write in the Cucumber format. So those things you can write here. So and but is there. So but we are not using much, and we are using. So one is scenario outline. Like example, you have one test case with multiple test data. So those things you can use scenario outline with examples. So these are like integrated one. Both are used in a same time. So background is also there. Background is like, consider that you have one file and you have at least 10 test cases, and in every test cases you have a common step, one or two common step, that user has launched the browser, user has opened the URL, user has launched the browser, user opened the URL. So those things you can put in the background. So background things, like it will minimize your steps, and every time when every scenario will be executed, it will be like taken care. So need basis I will show you, like not to discuss much because everything will be getting you confused. I will start with the basic like scenario things, then you will understand. And this is some sample scenario they have already created and told you that you can use this. So this is called one scenario demo up to here, up to line number 35. So it will start writing called feature. This is the keyword you see here. This is the reserved keyword feature. Without a space, put a colon. The name of the feature you can put, say that you want to verify the Google page or like Gmail page or like Flipkart, anything you can check. This is the description part, means the description of the feature. And then in the line number 28, it's a way of writing Cucumber test case. So scenario is the keyword, reserve keyword, with colon you can give the name of the test case. So via scenario, Cucumber will recognize, oh, it's a test case. And at the rate, this is called tagging. It means consider that scenario that you are writing hundreds of test cases, 20 of test cases, 500 of test cases, but you want to like put some kind of label or tagging kind of thing. Like this is the daily run test case. Oh, this is something related to sanity one. This is regression one. This is like daily run. This will no run, means this is something incomplete one. So those kind of taggings you can, and labels you can put. So labels and taggings you can put it like at the rate one. Okay. Now come to the keywords, Cucumber keywords. Yeah. Given, when, and then. So if you have multiple given, so you can, instead of writing multiple given, you can use and. If you have multiple when, so instead of writing multiple when, you can use and. If you have multiple then you can use and instead of that. So what it is doing, given is something preconditions thing you can write here. Any precondition, say that browser is open, URL is open, browser is launched, URL is open. So those kind of scenario you can put in the given section. In when section, you can put that user has input username, user has input password, user has input what do you call, like user has clicked on sign in button. So those scenario you can put here. And then is the verification part. It means if the user ID and password is successful, it's valid one, and user is allowed to log in, then user should be navigated to the home page. Okay, so like this kind of validation you can perform, and this is one scenario. Then verify the title of the home page. Like this is the second validation you can perform. So like multiple validations you can perform. Okay, so this kind of things. This is the one example of normal test case. This is the second example of parameterized. It means like one test case with multiple test data. How we are using? You see here, this is the table. We call it table with multiple test data. Table means multiple test data. So this is the heading of the table, and you see here how we are using this heading. So name we are using here like this. Value we are using here like this, means parameters heading here, and status we are passing here like this. And what it is trying to do, it is just passing this test data, and this test case will run for 2 times because it has 2 rows. This is the heading and this is 2 rows. So it means this test case will execute for 2 times. And this is the example of scenario outline with example. So actually this is the way of writing the manual test case. So manual test case, once it is written, then what we have to do, we have to convert it into the automation side. So this was the sample one. Let me create my own test case. Then you will understand. File. I will remove everything from here. I will start writing from the scratch so that you will understand. You see here, copy here. Just a second, come on. Title of the feature file. Login or sign in. Sign in test. No description. This is something, this is mandatory one. The first line number 1 is mandatory, line number 2 is not mandatory. Okay, now here you have to write the scenario. So SC, or you can put a control space, then you will get some hints as well. So go with this option, then you give the scenario name, that verify the sign-in functionality. And then you can start here given. PROWSCR browser is opened. URL is opened. Browser is launched, we can say. URL is opened. In when section, user has entered the user ID as abc123@gmail.com. Since it is multiple when, so you can use and user has entered the password ABC welcome @111 and user has clicked on sign button. Then the home page will be displayed. Consider that this is a manual test case I have written. So once you are done with the manual test case writing, what you have to do here, just do right click and ready format. So it will format automatically. Okay, so that's the one thing you can do, the first thing. Second thing you can do, if you have done with like the manual test writing, then the purpose is that go with the automation. Otherwise, how the execution will possible, right? So manual test case writing is completed, then you can go with the automation test case writing. So for that, I need to write the automation thing. So how to write the automation one? So right click here, go to run as, and then go to Cucumber feature. Once you will click here, it will try to execute this one. Execution will be started, you see here, and then it will check that whether the steps, automation steps are written or not. If it is not written, then it will suggest you and give you some hints that yeah, this is the way of automation test case writing, and you can use that. So execution is completed. I'll show you this part. You see here this scenario, it tried to execute, and then it says that one scenario undefined, 6 steps undefined, like the steps are undefined, asking you to define the steps. So how to define the steps here? So what you have to do, it has given the hint as well that you can implement missing steps with this snippets. Snippets it has given. The syntax, you can check the syntax. You can take the syntax. So in the test Java, you go and create one package. The first thing is step definition. Package I am giving here. Then I'm right clicking here, new Java class, simple Java class. And in steps. Okay, and don't do anything here, just give the name of the file and click on the finish. You see here, now I have the manual test case, and now I have the automation class. So I will go here and I will copy the snippets from here, all the snippets. It's all the missing steps, and I will copy here and paste here. So since I have copied and pasted, and the Cucumber will ask you, or like Java compiler will ask that what the things I'm able to recognize, which I'm not able to recognize, it will show you a red error. So it is asking to import these things. So this you can see, these are called Cucumber annotations, given, when, and then annotations are there. So just mouse over and just import one. You see here, it is importing from this one annotation. If you go to this one, to check what is the annotation. So this is the given annotation. The way of writing annotation is public @interface and then the annotation name. Similarly, I have to import this one, when part, and then I have to import then part. You see here, in the I was using keywords, but in the automation test cases, I'm using not the keywords, it's the actually annotation. So for the keywords in the Cucumber, they have already given the annotations implementation, and that's why it is matching there. And how it is matching, you can check here. Browser is launch. So I'm passing this English text and it is matching with this text. So once it will try to execute this one, it will look for which method. So you see here all are Java methods here. Which method is matching with particular line of code. So it will found that, oh, line number 9 is matching. So what it will do, it will go there in the automation code, and this method, only this part, not all the part, only this method, it will execute whatever it has written here. So let me make it as a blank one, then I will write my own automation logic for that. So how to launch a browser? You know, like say that I'm using Selenium. So Selenium browser is launched like very easy. So first I will initialize the WebDriver here. Driver, I will keep it at the class level. Why I'm keeping at the class level? Because once I will initialize and many times I will use. So driver equal to new Chrome driver. Asking to import this one, since I have already added my Selenium library, so it will support here. So no error. And before that, you know, for Selenium automation, if you're launching the browser, so you have to set the system.set property and the path of the particular browser as well. So system.set property, then you have to pass the key and the path of the driver. So since I have already downloaded these things like the browser driver, I will show you that where I have kept it. In my computer, in my D drive, in my project folder, I have browser drivers here, and there I have kept the Chrome driver. But it's better to keep at the project one. So better to, I will keep it here. Where I will keep it? In the resources, I will keep it here. I'm keeping it here. You see here, I copied and pasted here. Now I will copy the path of this from here. Let me copy the entire thing. Either you can copy this one or you can copy this one. Should be okay. And if it is a project, so you can write like this and just put a dot. So it will assume that in the current project there is a SRC folder. So this is for dot for current project. So in the current project there is a SRC folder. Under that there is a main, there is a resources, and there is a Chrome driver.exe. So location of that I have already provided, and the key it is asking. So key is webdriver.chrome.driver. If you are familiar with Selenium automation, so you should be knowing these things, right? So now I am just writing the actual code for that. You see here, and the URL is open. Say that I want to go with the Facebook one. You see here, so this is the Facebook URL. So let me open the URL here. Driver.get and the URL of that. Third thing is that user has entered user ID, user has entered password. So for that, what I have to do, I have to get the locator for this. So right click, consider that this is the web element, right? You will first, once you land on the page, you will see like this. So this is the email or user ID it is asking, and this is password. So I will just do the Selenium basic automation, and then I will find the locator for this. You see here it is, I can take ID. ID is email. So driver dot find element by dot CSS selector or by dot ID I can take. And the action which I want to perform, like you see here, user has entered the user ID, and if you check the manual test case, I am passing the user ID from here. So I will give the variable name as user ID dot send keys, and the user ID I will pass here. Then same, I just copy this, paste here, because for password also almost same. PASSWORD. Only locator I need to update, right? What is the locator for password? Just right click and inspect. ID is pass. Only these things I need to update here. So this step is completed. Now I want to click on sign in button. So this is login button. So should be okay, sign in or login. Let me update here. And there also I will update. There also I will update. So driver dot find element, and what is the locator for sign in? Just right click and inspect. Name ID. ID I don't see a stable one. I will take the name one. So login is the name one. I will take by dot name. And then perform a click operation. You can see that, and I know that this is invalid user ID and password I am passing, but I'm just trying to verify. So user should be this, the home page should be displayed. Consider that I have given the wrong user ID, wrong password. Then I am clicking here sign login button. So it will validate and it will display some error message. Asking for security code. Let me just write a dummy code for that. System s out which is displayed. Now my manual test case and automation one is completed. You can check here, every step is completed. And once it is completed, you can go and check whether it is pointing to that or not. So right click here and go to find a step definition. So if it is working fine, it will try to, if it, I think my Eclipse has issue, but if your Eclipse is working fine, it will be directly pointing to that particular step. Any step is there, so you can just right click and go with the find a step definition. So it will take you to that particular step here. So since this test case is completed and I have given anyone I ask you to please execute it. Consider that I have written all the manual test cases, I have written all the automation test cases. Now comes the finally the testing part, that how to test it. So right click, run as Cucumber feature. So just wait and check whether it is working as expected or not. it has entered user ID, it has entered password, then it has clicked on sign in and waiting for the result. So let's wait a couple of more seconds. So it is saying that the password which you have entered is incorrect. So should be okay. Yes, deliberately I am giving the wrong user ID and password. I am testing it, so it's working. And you see here now the output is it has executed this one, and at last the message which I have given, that was also printed over here. The home page is displayed. This is the message what I have given. Segregate now. I will put some kind of dot 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 dot. Then you will come to know, oh, this is written by me. Right click, run as, right click, run as Cucumber feature. It's working as expected, you can see here. Who is the host here?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, Sachin. So I want to take like 10 more minutes.
Sure.
Okay. It was for 1 hour, right?
Yeah, and Rajiv, there is one question is coming up in the chat window, and the question is about reporting the final results. Specific to reporting, yeah.
So reporting part is something like third-party tools we are using, and one is like Cucumber reporting is also there. So those things is like a separate topic. Like it will take a long time once you are going with the reporting things. Either you can use the Cucumber reporting or you can use the extent report. So both are also there. So for Cucumber reporting, you need to add one plugin, and once you are adding that plugin, then only you will be able to generate the Cucumber report. If you are using like third-party library, which is called extent report, then you have to write the separate logic and configurations for that. Then only you will be able to generate the extent report kind of thing. Okay, so by default reporting, if you are running it as a feature file, then it is not there. But yeah, if you are running it as a test engine, then you will see here. So how to integrate it with test engine? Since this is the manual test case, this is the automation one. But there is a thing which is called runner class. Runner class is what? Runner class is something like it's a combination where you can integrate your manual and automation test cases, and then you can control the execution. Say that one by one, every time you will not go and execute one feature file. Consider that you have thousands of test cases, you have thousands of feature files, and you want to run it in a single go, means in attended mode. So that thing can be controlled via the runner class. So how to go with the runner class? So what I will do, I will just create a new folder package here, and then I will create a runner class. I'm giving it as a runner, and then I'm clicking on finish. So package is completed. Then I will copy that file because I already have that file and time is less. So I will just copy that file from other location, and then I'll show you. So you see here, this is the runner class, and the format of runner class, and we have another, you want what you call it, annotation, that is Cucumber options. There you go there in the Cucumber options, you will see that lot of things are there like features, glue, extra glue, tags, publish, monochrome. So this kind of keywords are present in the Cucumber options. So what you have to do, first you have to use @Cucumber options, and you check here Cucumber options from where it is coming. It is a part of TestNG Cucumber Cucumber TestNG Cucumber options I am taking. And here I am passing the feature. So feature is the like location of the feature file and which feature file you are trying to execute. Say that I want to execute login feature here. So I will come here in the test runner. I'll update the location and all those things. Let me update. So SRC test resources, and then it is a test case, TSTCASES. So this is the location of feature file, and glue is where for this feature file where you have written the codes. So if you go there and you check for the package name, so this is the name of the package, you come here and you update here in the glue. And the tag, so tag is something like, suppose that at the feature label you have defined some tag, say that shiny, you can call it here on the tag level. Monochrome is something like output controller, like whatever the output will be displayed on the console, so that thing will be controlled by a monochrome. And this is the parenthesis open and this is the parenthesis close. So those things you can control. And now those things, let me remove this because these things will make you confused. So this is the runner class. The name of the runner class is test runner, and you put this keyword extends abstract TestNG Cucumber test. So once you are done with this one, so what you have to do, you have to execute it, and this will control the execution. You see here what I have done. Feature, which feature file I want to execute, glue, where is my step definition, and tag, which tag I want to execute. So tag I have given here that I want to execute this entire tag. And then monochrome also I have given, but this is not mandatory, you can ignore that part. And this is the main thing, you will have to use it. Runner class name, anything you can give, and this part is mandatory here. Once you extend this, this will become a TestNG class. So TestNG class execution, you have to design one configuration in the Eclipse, and then you can perform the execution here. So I'm going there, right click, run as run configuration. And once you come down here, you see here, so these are like TestNG classes. So you go there and just right click. For the first time you are going to execute, then you will be asked to give the configuration. So this is some test runner. Giving any name should be okay. And the name of the project. So name of the project is Cucumber demo, something like that. 9th January. It is asking that name of the project, and it is asking that name of the class. So if I click there, so there is only one TestNG class. It picked automatically, right? So once I picked it, then I can click on apply, and then I can click on run. So now I am running it via TestNG. So once I am running it via TestNG, your TestNG reporting will be displayed for you. So this is something high level demo with Cucumber with TestNG.
Thank you, Rajiv. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask. You can type in the chat, or let me make all of you.
You can see here this.
Yeah. So guys, I have made you now you can ask the questions. You can see the option to unmute yourself. You can try unmuting yourself, or you can ask the question in the chat window as well. Sure, I can see one question is coming up, how to integrate with DevOps. Sure. Right. So this is a demo session where we have shared information how Cucumber can be used, how to write the code in Cucumber, and how we can run the scenarios. So along with it, we are conducting our STET Software Development Engineer and Test Training Program also. It's a workshop-based program. I just ping in the chat window. So let me quickly share my screen. Yeah. So I hope it's visible to all of you. So if you go back here and see in the course detail, we are covering things in very much detail. We're starting from the core Java, then Selenium workspace setup, Git, introduction to Selenium, advanced Selenium concepts, JUnit TestNG, Maven, ATDD, Cucumber, DevOps is here, where we'll be seeing how we can add our automation test scripts, either Selenium scripts or Cucumber scripts to our CI/CD pipeline in the Jenkins. We'll be learning how to write the automation frameworks, various types of framework we'll be covering. We'll be covering the REST API, how to test the REST API, what does mean by the REST API, why they're getting so much popular in the industry. And then we are covering some part of development also, where we'll be starting from the very scratch about the web development, basics of HTML, CSS, JSP servlets, and then touching upon Spring framework, what does mean by the Java frameworks, what are the popular frameworks, what is Spring framework. So if you might have heard, most of the services or the project, those are microservices project being developed in Spring Boot application. So we'll be touching about this. We'll be covering about database also, what database is, how it works, how to write the queries, different types of query, joins, everything we'll be covering. As you might have heard in your organizations also, where teams are rewriting their application and adopting microservice architecture. So when they are writing microservice-based architecture, means they're developing APIs, and it is very much necessary to understand how these API works, how these APIs being written or teams are writing, and how we should test them. For testing, we are covering starting from the basic to intermediate level of Postman and other the automation way of writing the test script as well. So all these things we are covered in this professional workshop. I have shared 2 more links with all of you. One is, please share your review about this session on the Google form, as well as one more link I have shared. It's this Google form. Okay, I can share it again. So sorry, the Microsoft form. So once you share, once you fill it up, it will really give us a great information about your expectation point of view. And guys, the sessions recording is being done. So you all will be getting the session recording also. Our team will be sending session recording to all of you. And this workshop cost is $394 and 20,000 in INR. My team will be sharing the coupon codes with you, and the people, those have attended today's session, those are having exclusive 10% discount if they really wanted to learn STET, or the popularly known as a STAT professional workshop. It's very popular workshop, and it will give you a great understanding about what STAT is, what is being expected from it, and how it will help you out in the industry, and how it is different from the automation test engineer as well. I hope team has already shared. Yeah, the team is sharing the coupon code with you in the chat window. If you are really interested, you can avail this offer, and we will be helping you out. And please help us as well to share your feedback in the Microsoft form as well as Google review. I'm getting the question from Nilima. As I'm beginner in automation, so it will help me a lot to start automation. Thank you, team. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much, Nilima, for your great feedback. We would recommend it will not take more than 10-15 seconds. If you give us a review on the Google as well as on the Microsoft form, it will really helpful for us to improve upon, add new things in the upcoming sessions. So people, those are from India and they wanted to pay in Indian currency, they can use the coupon code webinar 10 and they will get the exclusive 10% discount. People, those are outside of India and they wanted to avail this offer. For them, we have another coupon the team is sharing in the chat window. So feel free to avail this. And again, I am reiterating, every one of you will get the link of recording to your registered email address. In the meanwhile, if anyone having any question, feel free to ask. I hope now you all can unmute yourself, raise hand, or directly unmute yourself and ask the question if you have any. Thank you, pardon. Guys, are you unable to unmute or you can? Okay. Yeah. Feel free to ask if you have any question related to Selenium, related to Cucumber, related to upcoming webinar or upcoming workshop. Whatever questions you have, feel free to ask before we close the session. Okay.
What are the duration?
Yeah.
I said, what are the duration of the course?
Okay, this course is 12 weekends course. This course will be conducting over the weekends. And the weekend will be three hours Saturday and 3 hours Sunday, 6 hours total. And it will be 12 weekends classes. This course starts from the basic and it will take you to the advanced level. So we will be covering everything in very much detail, but don't worry, if you are not coming from automation background, no need to worry about it. We have designed the course in such a way, anyone, those are pretty much new to programming languages, Java, or they don't know how to write the automation scripts, they can easily relate it and they can easily get the understanding about it. And the best part about this workshop is it's hands-on based workshop where you will be getting extensive work along with the trainer. Trainer will be teaching you concept from the very beginning, and then you will be getting some assignments, quizzes. So you will be getting the hands-on experience working with the trainer. Okay, how do we run many feature files on the test runner? Rajiv, would you like to answer this question?
Yeah. I'm on mute, right? Okay.
Yes.
So what you can do, you can just give the location of the feature folder. That's it. Then you can write it. And if you have like particular multiple feature files, so you can put a comma over there and then you can write the path of all the feature files. Consider one scenario, either you give the name of the folder, or consider that you have like 10 feature files. Out of 10 you want to execute only 5. So you can like put it as a comma and then you put it in the curly bracket. First part is that, and then put it in a comma separated, and then you can execute the multiple feature files over here. Comma.
And one more question is coming up. How can we run the scenarios like priority wise if someone wants to run the priority wise?
There is no such thing called priority wise running here. Here alphabetical order is followed. Alphabetical order and top to bottom. So this way we have to run it.
Great. There is one guy, Devarsh. Devar, would you like to ask the question? I can see you raised the hand.
Yeah,
You can-
actually, Naveen here. So I'm not able to type over here. So just enabled. I mean, unmute myself. So the question is like, can you please share this package to us so that we can have basic framework and we can start working on Cucumber framework from that only.
Sure. So once you will get the session recording link, we will be sharing our GitHub repository link as well. So you can clone the repo and you can work on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Any more questions, guys?
Hey, hi. Thank you for today's session. It's really helpful. Just one query from me. So, I'm working on the. I'm more interested to learn Cypress test automation. So, do you have any sessions been covered in that area?
Are you referring the webinar or you are referring for the workshop?
Webinar?
Yeah, so in coming months, we will, so basically every month we are conducting sessions on variety of topics. So in coming months, definitely we will be covering one session on Cypress as well.
So he is more interested in Cypress part, right? So Cypress for web automation or API automation? What do you want?
For both.
Okay.
Yeah, so in coming months, we will be conducting sessions on Cypress as well. So stay in touch with our team. So we will share the invite for Cypress session as well.
Sure.
Yes, Supriya.
Thank you.
Yeah, any more question, guys? We have 9 more minutes. Feel free to ask if you have any question before we wrap up.
Can you please explain scenario templates, why we are using that and how it works?
Scenario is for just writing the manual test cases, right? Designing the manual test cases in a given format. So there are some like format which you have to learn the syntax, and in that syntax you will start writing, and it is very easy to understand. If you go to the scenario part, you will see that it's just a plain English language. It's just
Yeah,
written that anyone can understand.
yeah, but there is one more, two more options like scenario outline and scenario template.
Yeah, scenario outline was there. You see, I told you that scenario outline is for multiple test cases with the same test case with multiple test data testing.
And scenario template?
Scenario template like not using people. People are mostly using scenario and scenario outline. You will always feel use of scenario and scenario outline. Mainly in the industry, like the need basis, right? So need basis is, there are a lot of things, but the need basis is like you will always use scenario and scenario outline. Other things probably I have not used in so long career, but yeah, there are other options as well, but mostly we will not be using.
One more question, Rajiv, for you. Can we have parameterized tag selections, something like terminal command to run certain scenarios, so we don't have to keep changing tag on code level?
Yes, we have, but we can do it in the Maven like command line, the ambient command when we are passing. So -d parameter is there. So when you are passing the ambient, so there also we can parameterize it, or you can also design your test ng parameterization as well. So once you are running it from the command line, so what you have to do here, where is pom.xml? So consider that in the pom.xml, you want to pass some parameter. So you will pass the parameter from outside, and other variables also you can pass, and those things you can use it in the test case. Currently, I'm not using the terminal one. Otherwise, I would have shown you. So it is something like that. I'll show you CMD. MBN like minus t, and then the variable name. Then you can pass the value. Say that the tags you want to pass it. So there is a tagging system for that. I think filters, tags. So those
Sorry,
keywords.
are you sharing your screen? Because we cannot see your screen.
Oh no, I'm not sharing.
Oh, okay.
If it is possible, Rajiv, yeah, please, thank you.
So MBN command is there, then minus t option, and then key name, you have to provide the key name. Value you will pass, and this will be used as a parameter. So this parameter you can pass, and the tag label, suppose that you are having the test runner. So in the tag label, you can get that key as a dollar, what do you call it, dollar here, right? And then the key name. You can also pass that as a parameter, and that parameter will be passed from the command line. Then it will accept this parameter, and then it will be used here. Something similar like that.
I hope it answered your question. Eka? Thanks, Rajiv. Guys, we are also conducting, once you enroll in our program, we are also providing job assistance. So we have tie-up with the corporates. So people, those wanted to change the track, those wanted to, upskill your career. So you can avail into this training workshop. And we are having based out in India, UK, and European tie-ups with the companies. In India, Experience, Accenture, Cognizant, Oracle, and many more. In UK, Thames Water. In US, the T Systems and other companies. We are training in Latin America also. We are training people. So if you have anything, any question, I am sharing our email ID, and our team will be helping you out with your possible questions. As I said, I request each one of you, it will not take more than a few seconds of you to submit a review on Google and submit the Microsoft form. It's event feedback form. It will really help us to improve upon and come up with next interesting sessions on various automation testing area. We have only 3 minutes left. Feel free to ask any question before we wrap up. And guys, we are also coming up with one more workshop on DevOps, starting from this January 22nd onwards. So if you're interested, write us at training@developeralliance.com, and our team will be helping you out. All right, guys. Last request.
Hello, Sachin. One more question from my side. Is it required? I mean, is it mandatory to keep feature file and report in the same folder or same package, or
No. It can be multiple location. Just you have to pass the location here in the feature, and in the glue you will have to provide the location of that.
Okay.
It's not mandatory, but for convenient purpose, the general good practices, automation practices, we are following that.
One more question. On your runner class, there is that public class test runner. We are extending another class that is abstract testing, ng Cucumber test. Where are we getting that class from? The one that we are extending.
This class, yes. You can see here this class is present in the IO Cucumber test ng. So this is the class I'm extending.
Oh, it's a static one. No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, I see.
You see here, this is the abstract class. To
Okay.
let you go to the public abstract class. So you have to extend that class, and then you can use it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, guys. We have only 1 minute left. Any last minute question?
Are you going to provide any certification for this, or?
Like once you complete, so are you looking for certification of attendance of this workshop, or you are referring for certification attendance of this webinar?
Yeah, for this webinar only.
So as of now, like, we are not providing any certificate of webinar attendance, but I will check internally if there is any way we will share the certificate of attendance to every one of you who has attended the session.
Thank you.
And with this, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being a great audience. Thank you very much.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Could you please provide me recording video after this session? All the sessions.
Yeah,
If I join the
yeah,
process.
it will be sent to on the registered email ID.
No. I said when I join the all, could you please provide me all the recorded session?
I didn't get you. Your voice is breaking. All the recording session, I didn't get you.
Session recording
You can
video,
edit.
all the session recording. When I join the
You're talking about today's recording session, correct?
You can write us an email and our team will respond to you. This is our email ID, training@develapsalliance.com. So send us an email and we will help you out. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thanks all for joining.
Session.
Yeah. Thank you.